We got your earliest pre-sales for Supreme Darkness. You guys some absolute crap out of that subscribe button. See, guys, don't miss out more Oz content. Comment down below when you be walking away with a booster pack, as per usual. So, what in the world do we have up here on the market? So, starting things off here, I see that we have an entire Mitsurugi core for $94. None have actually sold. Well, that's just kind of sad, actually. The Molcharmi for $62. None have sold. Well, that's very interesting. You know, you figured there would be some sort of movement, because isn't $60 a little bit, you know, enticing? Amino Murakumo Mitsurugi, $10. I mean, do we have sales? One sold. I mean, I guess to be fair, if you're looking at the ritual monsters, you might only need 2. So, I mean, that's a little bit more acceptable. Liberator Ito. None have sold. Yeah, I was going to say, $20 is a little bit too much for him. Another listing, almost all gone. Oh, how many of these? 25 meows have sold at $63 a copy. That part, to me, is actually insane. Holy crap. Okay. What about, you know, some of this lower-end stuff that we have here? Futso, no sales. I mean, okay. Mitsurugi Supreme Darkness Ultra Rare. No rituals have sold. Okay, what about, you know, you figured the evil hero would get some. You have one sale on the Nebula Lord Neos. Okay, what about Meows? This one's for $85. Somebody actually bought one from Shampoo Gaming for $85. Oof, that's expensive. Okay, let's get a little bit further down here. What do we... No Liberator Itos have sold. Why are you listing them so high if there's been no sales? Ooh, we have an Argo Star listing here. Lightning. Taiju. No listings. Oh, boy. Okay, so none have sold. So, like... Oh, surely, some of these have sold, right? 2 of these have sold. Abawa Q have moved at $63 a piece. A little bit more than I'd want to be spending on those, but, I mean, okay. What about the Test Bear, Ultra Rare? You know, we got a, what is this, like $13? I mean, okay, that's not the worst. More Lightning Titos at $12. No sales. Interesting, okay. Scroll on down here. Oh! Hey, look, Kong's has got the core up for $93. 2 have sold. Okay, that's fine. $60.52 for the Nylos. 9 have sold. Not surprised about that. Abao Q for $62. Have these sold? No listings have sold for this. That's very interesting. We have a Glider Beast core down here. None have sold, but they are up and running. Okay, so in the world of eBay, I mean, you've got population reports, just not... With the small availability of stuff that's kind of floating around here, I'm not surprised to see this. Yeah, that's it. That's really all that has moved right now in your secondary market. So, 60 for Nihilus is, I guess, kind of the question today. You know, do I need to... You know, at the end of this conversation, you know, do you need to go look at Nihilus for $60? We all kind of acknowledge the fact that Nihilus is not the strongest of the Molcharmis. But, you know, if you're playing something like Tenpai, that you already had to rush out and pick up all those other Molcharmis for, then, you know, it kind of is worth it in the grand scheme of being able to kind of manipulate your opponent and see what you can kind of come up with. All right, the Supreme Darkness question. These boxes, these are $75 a piece right now. These things, they started at $100 and they have fallen down to $75. You want to talk about seller or buyer confidence out here looking at this? This really worries me that these boxes are at this point already, because normally a set like this is propping itself up. You know, you're looking at it from afar and you're seeing, oh, hey, you know, like 85 with a flexibility of a chance to go up. No, you're not seeing that right now. And that's really, really bad. I do not like that at all. I mean, a little bit of sales there, but okay. Maze of the Master. Ugh. Now this is propped up really freaking well, actually. Set coming out in March on the pre-sale window already is at $92. You can tell where the community is wanting to put their money right now, because Maze of the Master just looks like an incredibly better set. I mean, you've already got cards in here that are supposed to warp the meta in such a toxic way that I don't really blame people for wanting to put their money into this set. Like, it's just the more logical point. And, since we're still at the beginning of 2025 here, honestly, this is just the better call. We don't get this till March, but okay. Ooh, King of the Ferrolims. So this is, I guess this has turned into a little bit of a penny stonk here from Ancient Guardians. As you can tell, you have had 779 copies of this little guy move. Now, I scroll on down here, and I do see, we have, decent numbers, but I mean, like, just in the last couple of days, somebody came through 132, 33, 78, infinite other numbers of these have moved, 24, 76, yeah. People know that they're reptiles. They're like, oh, Year of the Reptile. Woo, crazy support. What can we do? Right here. This is what people are doing. This is what I guess the penny stonk market really truly wants, is King of the Ferrolims. Speaking of interesting topics, remember we have the Odon Support coming out in Maze of the Master here, which has kind of put a little bit of spotlight onto the Temple of the Kings. I don't necessarily think that the Temple of the Kings stuff is really worth picking up, but 50 cents on this, which is nothing too bad. What was it? The original or the ultra rare structure deck Merrick. These are like 50 cents as well. And we've seen people in the past rushing out here and picking up, what was it, when the Odeon stuff first came out, I know we saw the common actually had a large swing in sales. And I mean, it literally still says gathering sales data, but current quantity on the market is 403 listings at, the penny stonks check. I do expect that this will get a reprint if this has a tie into the current stuff. Speaking of tie-ins, Embodiment of the Apophis is one of those cards that we're kind of expecting to get Yield Retrain in this. Actually, we already got it, Swamp Deity, but we're expecting another one. You can get an original Retro Pack version of this for $23, which is really cool. The reprint Retro Pack coming in at $7 to $8. So a lot of this reprint stuff that we have seen kind of floating around on the market, that's so incredibly cheap. Like, it's kind of nuts. And of course, a little bit of a fun fact here for you. Your Azure Eyes White Dragon has started to see some play in the OCG. I just wanted to check in and see how he's doing. It looks like you can get a couple for $2 to $3. Not really going to be breaking the bank too hard with an Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, at least in the Secret Rare is really cheap now. You can also get the Saga of the Blue Eyes 2020 reprint. I also see you can get one of the Ultra Rares here. Very, very cheap. That's disgusting, actually. There are 434 listings of that thing on the market. Well, I mean, take your pick of which Azure Eyes you want, because these cards so very cheap on today's market. Like, it's actually kind of insane. The Winged Dragon of Ross. You have all these other higher. You can get the QCR for this if you really want to. I've always preferred the Ghost Rare. And, I mean, this card has plummeted down. You are currently looking at, today, a $20 price point if you are wanting to pick this up. Which, I honestly, that's not the worst. $60 for a playset of Ghost Rare Winged Dragon Ross. Once again, if you're a Ghost Rare collector, Konami seems to not like to print more of these. And if they do print them, they're far in between. I mean, you've got 41 listings here on the market. I'm just going to say, if you're a collector of the Egyptian god stuff, I love this. This is really, really freaking nice to have. And then, of course, with the Ancient Fairy Dragon Quarter Century, do keep in mind, we do have AFLD coming out, the Life Dragon, which is our new upgraded form. And it looks like the market has kind of reacted a little bit to this upgrade, coming in at a nice $25. It's nothing too crazy of an upgrade, but hey, this thing can attack from defense at 3K, so that's a little bit worth it. So that is all that I have for you today. We got our first look at Supreme Darkness pre-sale prices. I'm not exactly too set on those. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but I'm willing to see where this goes. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.